Not alone is today a great day for Waterford, it's a fantastic day for Ireland. It sends out a tremendous message about Ireland's place in the world, and particularly our maritime traditions. So here to share his thoughts with us on this great occasion and to officially launch the Tall Ships Races 2011 in Waterford on Taoiseach Enda TD.
Thank you, Derek. Mr. Mayor, public representatives, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is truly a wonderful day for Waterford and for Ireland when these majestic ships come up the estuary of the Suir to visit the oldest port in Ireland. I hope that everybody associated with this has a wonderful weekend, and those who leave will leave with happy memories of our people and our country and your city. The Tall Ships Race, the Tall Ships Races, are a celebration of international friendship, and they provide participants with a truly wonderful opportunity, not only to learn much about themselves, but also the real value of teamwork. And down here in Waterford, you know what teamwork is about. I know the work that's gone into this through Des and Michael and the different organisations associated with this, but you've made a massive effort to demonstrate a real céad míle fáilte to visitors from at home and from abroad, and I know that the coming days will be filled with entertainment and live music and parades and food and crafts throughout the villages and towns of this area. These varied attractions complement the stars of the show, who are the crews, the crew members, and the young men and women who work on the tall ships which are now berthed here in the heart of this historic city. I'm particularly pleased that when the Parade of Sail leaves on Sunday for Greenock in Scotland, there will be at least 150 young people on board the various participating vessels, and I know that they will truly enjoy that experience. As you know, for those from abroad here, Waterford is a city which is steeped in a rich maritime history and arguably owes its very existence to that river out there, the River Suir. This maritime tradition dates back almost 11 centuries to the year 914 AD, when the first fleet of Viking ships sailed up the river. The quayside itself was always a vibrant focal point of international trade and was also a great shipbuilding centre. The tall ships coming here this weekend celebrate this rich maritime culture, putting Waterford centre stage on the world map of modern maritime history. And just as you host the Tall Ships Races for 2011, there will be opportunities to recall times past when mighty ships built at the Neptune shipyard and other shipyards in Waterford sailed all over the oceans of the world, bringing passengers and goods and people from port to port. Waterford was once home to some of the most sophisticated shipbuilding operations of the 19th century and was this country's leading location for shipbuilding in iron from the mid-1840s to the early 1860s. This historic city of Porthlorriga is rediscovering its own history at present through the regeneration of the Viking Triangle area, and I know that my colleague, the Minister for Tourism, refurbished and opened the refurbished Bishop's Palace, which reveals the story of Waterford from 1700 to the 1970s, only quite recently. This is one of the great stories of Waterford, and I know it's going to make a big impact. The compact area in which all these developments are taking place has lent itself to the famous slogan, 1,000 years in 1,000 places. And this reflects well on how accessible the story of Waterford will be to the visitors of the Viking Triangle when it's fully completed. And this exciting project will no doubt act like a magnet for many visitors from around the world in coming years. The tall ships have always brought enormous interest and excitement, generated that in people from every walk of life and from countries around the world. But for us here in Ireland, as a maritime country, the sea is in all of us. And what's out there on the river is part of us, and we are part of that wonderful tradition. And the majesty of those ships is to be loved and appreciated by so many who come here. As the Mayor pointed out, on the last occasion, almost 500,000 people came to Waterford when the tall ships visited on the last occasion. I hope that the over 500,000 who visit this year will leave this city with a wonderful memory of the friendly people that you have down here in the southeast. So good luck, and thank you to all of those who participated in any way. Thank you, choirs. Thank you for your wonderful rendition of Come the Sails. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Des. Thank you, sponsors, 3 Mobile, Bulmers, Waterford Crystal, RTE, and Waterford Institute of Technology. Don't take the Bulmers if you're at the helm of one of those sail vessels. This collective commitment demonstrates what enthusiasm and teamwork and sponsorship can actually bring. In the same way, my message from government is that we know there's a challenge up ahead. We know this challenge can be met, this challenge can be beaten, and together the Irish will again prove that we can rise to the challenge of dealing with adversity and come through a better country for the times ahead. This has enabled, this kind of tradition and this visit here has enabled the largest tall ships to berth here this week. And Waterford will also gain from long-term investment by so many people coming here in the years ahead. As I said, I do hope that our visitors will have very fond memories of this wonderful weekend here in 2011. My final words are to the young men and the young women who will learn about themselves and discipline and character training and teamwork when the tall ships races leave here for Greenock in Scotland. And before I officially launch the tall ships races as being open, when they set off down the estuary, I hope they remember the words of the poet Louis MacNeice, who said, "By a high star our course is set, our journey's goal is life, put out to sea." Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and my honour to be here as Taoiseach Secunde Starrell Shaw, Sechahar Starrell Shaw, and to now declare officially launched the Tall Ships Races of 2011. Godspeed you and good luck.